Hello and welcome to another episode of the Farr Show, where I promised I'd review Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi. What do I think of it? Well, it's definitely a masterpiece, I'd feel. There's one thing that I would like to point out. Here's a GIF to explain what I'm talking about. If you've seen the movie, I think you know what I'm talking about. But really, other than that, I thought it was great. Were there points where I'm just like, yes, this is kind of ridiculously dumb? Yes. There was one, plot that after watching the movie, or one story that was in it, like sub story, I was just like, that was dumb. But during the movie, you feel like you want that, you think it's gonna happen, like it's gonna work out, but it doesn't. That's not really spoiling much, so if you see it, you'll know what I'm talking about. So really, I give it an FARR, so perfect score. I know I give a lot of those out, but I'm pretty biased to Star Wars and a lot of things. So, let's start with my films of the year. But let's start off with the worst film of the year. Hands down, Transformers The Last Knight is the worst film I've seen this year. I gave it an F. That's the lowest score I can give. If I could give it lower, half an F, I feel like the halves are going to go away. No more halves because it just makes it too complex. So, an F for Transformers The Last Knight. What did I like about it? Hound. What did I not like about it? Everything else. Okay, so let's go on to the best films of the year. So, starting at number 10, Kingsman: The Golden Circle. FAR out of Farr. I loved it, to be honest. Was it as good as the original? As original as the original? No, but I like how they reuse stuff from the original. Like the bar scene where he can't see out of one eye. So it's like Manus Maker Manners maketh man, and he throws the glass and it completely misses. That just gets me every time. So that's number 10. Then at number 9, I put Logan because Logan is amazing. The little bit, or the bit that I've seen of it, pretty much. Well, I've seen it all. Obviously, I've seen it twice even. I thought it was great. The only thing I didn't like is obviously now we know Hugh Jackman is done as Wolverine, which sucks. So, going to Thor Ragnarok, FAR again, out of Farr. What did I like about it? I talked about it in the review. I thought it was great, better than what I expected. So now we're getting to the FARRs. So these are perfect scores. Kong Skull Island. I know what you're thinking. That movie wasn't great, but this is my opinion. So whatever yours are, you can comment them below and tell me what your favorite films of the year are. I thought it was great. I don't know why I loved it so much. So now we start getting into superhero movies more. Spider-Man Homecoming, loved it. I loved how they made Spider-Man relatable. I never really was super into Spider-Man, but this movie made me like Spider-Man. Blade Runner 2049, just a masterpiece. If you haven't seen it, go see it. That's really all there's to say. I don't really want to talk about it because the less you know, the better. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I said I related to it on a lot of levels, so perfect. Justice League. There's many problems with this film, but DC bias. So, you know. Wonder Woman. Perfect score also. So all these have gotten perfect scores since Kong Skull Island. Much better than Justice League, but at the same time, not my favorite film of the year because one movie came out late this year that took number 1 easily. I don't know if this gives it away, but I feel it does. Star Wars The Last Jedi. Other than that one problem with the Force thing, which here's the GIF again, and you know the awkwardness of the, how should I say, the one plot line. Other than that, amazing. Love it. Better than Force Awakens? Probably. Best Star Wars movie? Maybe. I'll have a review on that actually. When the Han Solo standalone movie comes out, I'll rank all of them because, well, next week we're talking about my favorite game, or my games of the year. So don't forget to comment your favorite films of the year below. And as always, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and have a far off night.